all come together in grief over the loss of one of our own. Eleanor Rigsby was a student here at Henderson State University. She was found dead this morning in the ravine. Due to suspicious circumstances surrounding the death, homicide is strongly suspected. This is the second suspected death this week.
Yeah, this definitely looks pretty suspicious.
Yeah. Decapitation by a spoon is pretty obvious.
Looks like there's a note. Ew. Hey, you there! Come gather this forensic evidence.
I'm really glad he thought to stop by Sonic.
No, right? It's so hot in this state.
Why the hell is that?
What is that?
Don't worry, I'm here.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Transfer.
What is our purpose here?
Criminal profiling. Or offender profiling. It's the process of identifying mindset and characteristics of an unknown criminal. It's our job.
Well, that's a textbook answer.
Are you doubting my knowledge? What unit were you transferred to?
Well, there's 3 BA units. The first one is counterterrorism and threat assessment. The second unit is crimes against adults, and the third is crimes against children. And obviously, since this was a college student, I'm obviously from Unit 2. Investigators examine the crime scene and the nature of the crime. And it's our job as investigators to try to determine the type of person that criminal is.
We've done that since 1888 with Jack the Ripper. I mean, come on. Now we need to look at the basic questions of this crime. Where did the crime take place? Obviously, it took place on the ravine. How violent was the crime? Considering the victim was decapitated with a plastic spoon, I'd say it was pretty violent. What type of risk was this crime? Anyone have any guesses? It was a low risk crime. And what was the primary motive for our offender? And that has yet to be determined. In order to build our profile, we need to look at these 3 points in order to accurately determine who the killer will be. We need to look at the forensic evidence, the victim characteristics, and the crime scene characteristics.
You mean the victim's characteristics? There were 2 victims.
For the forensic evidence, we have the murder weapon, the plastic spoon with blood on it, which unfortunately the killer wiped clean of prints before he left.
So you're saying that the victim was spooned?
We have a cereal spoon.
Oh God, we have a serial spooner out there.
We also have this note that says the tiger strikes again in purple and gold. Highly suspicious.
I think this means something.
I feel like it's shouting at me. The victims were 2 female freshman students at Henderson State University, and both were highly active in the campus. One was a cheerleader and one was in the band. The note was left with both victims.
It's probably a signature.
Crime scene, there wasn't a lot to it. However, there is something that we need to make note of, is that it is Battle of the Ravine Week, which is apparently an ongoing tradition between Henderson State University and Ouachita Baptist University, who, coincidentally, their colors are purple and gold, and their mascot is the tiger.
Okay, so now we have a pattern.
We just need to make out the profile.
Age.
19, born November 5th.
Race.
White, so we can blend in with the sun.
Sex.
Male, because males run faster than females.
And taller.
Psychological characteristics.
He was obviously grew up in a broken home.
Religious beliefs.
Baptist.
Obviously.
Intelligence.
He did figure out how to decapitate people with a spoon, so...
But aren't you worried about stereotyping?
Stereotypes are there for a reason.
For the agency, we don't do that. Stereotyping is believing something about a person based solely on a small number of characteristics, and we as profilers would never do that. But we have to hurry because he could be stalking another victim as we speak.
That would be terrible.
Don't want any more dead bodies on our hands.
Put the profile in a VICAP.
The Violent Criminal Apprehension Program. It's going to tell us who the killer is.
All right.
I knew it.
There it is.
There he is! Wait a minute. When's your birthday?
November 5th.
Wow. This is the first time profilers have actually captured the criminal.
You're going to jail. Looks like this spooning tiger is not as great as he thought it was.